What is up guys, Chris05 with another video here. The new expansion has finally been announced, and it was announced with a bang. I actually managed to predict it quite accurately on my last video, and you can even see they used almost the same background for their teaser as the one I used 2 days before that, in my video for the new expansion. You can go ahead and check that to see if you are prepared for the new expansion yourselves. The new pre-purchase has also been announced, and it's a big one this time. You can either buy 50 or 80 packs, or even both, and you will get one extra golden legendary from each, along with the expansion card back. If you however wish to unlock the mecha-jaraxxus, you have to opt for the €80 bundle, but I will tell you how you can get it for less than €70 instead. You just have to use the Blizzard web store and not the in-game store, and you will be able to choose to purchase the bundle for $80 from the North American server instead of the European. You could also try to purchase it from the Asian server to get them even cheaper, but I wasn't able to purchase them from there, and some other people I've talked with also said the same, but no harm in trying. Check out my detailed video about it in this card right here. Along with the expansion, the new solo adventure has been announced, and it looks really interesting. We will have some puzzle-like mode, where we will have to achieve 4 specific goals: survival, board clear, mirror and lethal. It sounds fun, but we will have to wait for it for quite a while, since it will be released on the 21st of August. Now that that's out of the way, let's talk about the new cards and mechanics. So the first card is from the new project cards. Project cards will basically give advantage to you and your opponent, and the Druid Biology project card will give both of you 2 full mana crystals for the cost of 1 mana. This card will be used a lot by probably all of the Druid archetypes, since ramping is what Druids do. Even if you are running some kind of an aggro deck, you will still have an advantage from playing this card, since you will be the first to use your 2 new mana crystals, and you would have mulliganed properly for this situation. I'm pretty sure all of the other classes will get one of these cards too, the same way all got Spellstones. Off the top of my head, a possible project card for Mage would be to gain spell power, for instance. For Warrior, both players could equip a 2/2 weapon, or gain 10 armor maybe. Rogues will probably draw 2 cards, and so on. Anyway, with the Biology project, I can already see some pretty crazy ramps, where you will get 10 mana crystals as soon as turn 3 or 4. And I'm pretty sure Druids will opt to combine this insane ramp with the other new card group, Omega cards. Speaking of which, here's the new Omega Defender. A 2/6 taunt for 4 mana is not too bad to begin with, but this bad boy can pack a mean punch, if played when you have 10 mana crystals. Like I said, these will get used by ramp druids, and they will be able to play 2, 3 or even 4 Omega cards as soon as turn 6. I will be concerned if we see a lot of neutral Omega cards, since druids will be able to go nuts with them. It is more likely we will see 1 Omega card for each class and a few more neutral ones, so they don't shake up the meta too hard. Next we have the new mechanic, Magnetic. And here's the first card of its kind, the Hunter mech Spider Bomb. The way Magnetic works is if you have a mech on the board and you place your Magnetic card on the left side of that mech, they will fuse, and your mech will consume the stats of the card along with its effects. But if you place it on the right side, it won't fuse, and it will be a 2/2 minion with a death rattle instead. The fact that this is a Hunter card is quite nice, since they can trigger death rattles easily, and you can use it for quite the effective board clear for fat minions, but I'm not sure if Hunter will prefer mechs instead of beasts because of this card. Don't sign off Magnetic just yet though. After all, we all thought Rush would be trash, but look at it now. Never mind. Anyway, we will have to see a lot more support for this mechanic before we can call it worth for Hunters. Aside from that, the minion is strong on its own for a free drop, since the death rattle is really OP. Speaking of OP, here is the first legendary minion of the set, Electra Storm Surge. Wow, just wow, this dude is insane. A free drop 3/3 elemental with a battle cry your next spell this turn casts twice. Can you imagine how strong this is? I'm pretty sure an OTK Shaman will emerge out of this card alone. Combined with Murmuring Elemental and some spell power, you could cast a Lava Burst 4 times on your opponent's face for a devastating 20 or 24 damage as soon as turn 8. I really think we will see some kind of token elemental that runs these cards, along with a Lightning Bolt, Healing Rain, Enrage, a bunch of other elementals, and maybe a Fire Plume Harbinger for cheaper combos. It also fits perfectly into a Shudderwalk Shaman, and you can almost Reno heal yourself for 24 on turn 6. Ah, the good old days. This is just busted, and it would have been busted as a 1/1/4 drop too, but let's see how it goes. I expect to see it nerfed as soon as September. And finally, we see the legendary spells I anticipated for this patch. It was quite obvious to me that this was going to be the patch where we finally see actual legendary spells, since the quests were also spells, but not really. Here we have the rogue legendary spell, Myra's Unstable Element, which draws your entire deck for 5 mana. I believe this could be quite effective in a tempo rogue with a ton of small minions and phase spells, where you will want to finish the game ASAP. A massive card draw like this will give you the steam you need to finish off the toughest of opponents, and you might even want to combine it with Felled Array Striders, but keep in mind that your spiders will not get summoned if you already had 10 cards in your hand. I'm quite curious what the Druid legendary spell is gonna be though. Maybe they will nerf Ultimate Infestation to a legendary. Just kidding. But seriously, how can you top a spell like UI and justify another spell to be a legendary worth instead of it? I guess we will have to wait and see. The final card that didn't really get revealed but got teased in the video was Dr. Boom, the Genius Scientist. This will be a legendary warrior hero card, and it will probably cost 7 mana too, since you know, Dr. 7. I would be very disappointed if it's not 7 mana, and I'm sure a lot of other people will too, and Blizzard knows that. It's interesting what the possible hero power and entry effect of Dr. Boom could be, but my money is on deal 1 to 4 damage to all minions on the board on entry, and the hero power might be deal 1/4 damage to 2 enemies or maybe even to 1 to 4 enemies, cause you know, RNG. Oh, I mean science. No matter what it is, I'm sure it's gonna have a good impact on the warrior class, since it could still use some love and diversity. So these were the 5 newly released cards from the new expansion, and here are my ratings for them. For Biology Project, I'm giving it 5 stars. It will be a staple in most, if not all, Druid decks. For Omega Defender, I'm giving it 5 stars too. It looks strong, and even if it doesn't have an immediate effect on the board on turn 10, it's still a 12/6 taunt for 4 mana, and your opponent will have to deal with it. For Spider Bomb, I'm giving it 4 stars. It looks promising, but it will need some more support to be used from the Hunter class. For Elemental Storm Surge, I'm giving it 5 stars. I'd give it 10 if I could, but sadly I can't. Oh, I know. There. This card will be insane, and I can see it being used by all Shaman decks. And finally, Myra's Unstable Element, I'm giving it 4 stars. It looks promising too, but I need to see some more synergy before I give it more. So that's it for this video, guys. Drop a like and a subscribe if you wish to see my reviews for the rest of the cards. They will start announcing them on July 23rd, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching. I'm Chris05, and I'll see you in my next video.
Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and ring that bell so you don't miss out on our awesome promotions, including our top 3 plays of the week. Each week we are giving away amazing esports prizes just for liking and sharing on social media. For all other esports bonuses, check the links in the description below. Until next time, happy gaming, folks.